Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur gives a very beautiful explanation about how a devotee takes shelter of Guru fully. He says that by the mercy of a sadhu, the person comes to know that everything around him is in a state of decay. Let's say if someone dropped you in the middle of the ocean somewhere, right? So you've got this, everything's liquid and everything's moving, and there's nowhere for you to find shelter, there's nowhere to stand on, right? So then you're just desperate because there's no support anywhere, it's all liquid and it's all changing and you're drowning like that. Well, guess what? Everything's liquid. What I mean to say, what Prabhupada is saying is everything is in the state of decay. You know, if you, I don't know if you've ever seen, sometimes someone sets up a camera in a forest and they leave it there for a year and then they play it back in five minutes, and you see the trees are growing like crazy, they become green and then they become yellow and then they become brown and everything falls off and then it's desolate and then again it's like that. So just look at the world around you, everything around you, all the people around you, all the situations around you, right? Now just put it on fast forward. And what is it? It's exactly the same as an ocean. It's like a liquid. Everything is just decaying. Everything is just disappearing. There's no shelter. There's nothing to hold on to, nothing to grip. There's no support anywhere. We're literally drowning. But because, just like an insect who is born in the morning and dies in the evening, for him the day it's a whole lifetime. So, but because we're not seeing everything in that fast forward, we're not seeing with the foresight the nature of the future. Atmasainesu satyopi. In Shukadev Goswami says, your family members and your house and bank balance and all of these things, these are fallible soldiers. You're going to war, you think you've got all your buddies around you, but as soon as you get there, they're all shot dead. You know? So he said all of these things, they're all fallible soldiers, they're all falling left and right, there's no shelter, there's nothing. And so, but Pashyamapi Napasyati means even though they see, they cannot see. You see? So why is it that when we look at the world, we don't see this liquid with no basis, with no place to take shelter anywhere, just everything changing, and we're drowning? Why are we not seeing that? And the reason is the bhogya-darśana. By having in our eyes the spirit that I can enjoy this world, we become blinded to what it is. So that's called pasyam api napasyati. Even though seeing, we don't see it. So when by the mercy of a sadhu, this bhogya-darśana becomes not completely but just somewhat relaxed in its intensity, then the soul looks at the world and goes into a state of panic. You know? It's like nausea. It's like an existential crisis. It's like Jean-Paul Sartre, right? You know? Okay, okay, you know, right? A type of nausea, and he panics, and he cries. So Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, when that bhogya-darśana is gone, and you see the world for what it is, just a raw experience, a floundering helplessly in an ocean with no shelter anywhere. And then Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he quotes the Psalm 6.6 of the Psalms from the Bible. He said, then you will water your couch with tears. Yeah? You will cry like anything. Yeah? And because the Supreme Lord is merciful, at that time a pure Vaishnav comes into your life, and then you beg, Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Kore Dhasya, and really take shelter. Fully. Without Sharanagati means a Sharana shelter, Agati also, without any other shelter. It is a Gati, it's a refuge, without any other refuge. One refuge, not part refuge, half-time refuge, Sunday refuge, full refuge, completely. And then when he takes shelter and he's serving, then when he hears a Harikatha, then there is the transmission of Shabda Brahma, and he becomes free from all dualities.